Hey up guys! So today's movie that I'm reviewing on the channel is Uncle Frank, a new Amazon original which is landing on the platform on Thanksgiving. For all of you non-Americans, that's the 26th of November. The film is written and directed by Alan Ball, who's best known for producing ensemble shows like 6 Feet Under and True Blood. Set in 1973, Uncle Frank, played in this film by Bettany, is the cool, funny, sophisticated uncle to Sophia Lillis' Beth Bledsoe. Frank has always been the black sheep of the Bledsoe family, for reasons unknown to Beth, because she's always admired Frank. They have a special bond together. In fact, it's Frank who convinces Beth to dream bigger than her small town roots, which she does. She ends up getting into New York University, where Frank himself works as a revered literature professor. Soon after Beth moves to New York, she learns that her Uncle Frank is gay and has been in a relationship with a caring and enthusiastic man called Wally, played in this film by Macdissi, for the past 10 years. And shortly after that, Frank's dad and Beth's grandfather, played by Stephen Root, passes away from a heart attack. So Frank and Beth take a road trip from New York to Creekville, South Carolina, so they can attend the funeral, as well as for Frank to face the demons of his past. Before we go any further, please do help support my channel by hitting the thumbs up button. If you guys want more movie and TV content just like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button. And if you guys have seen Uncle Frank, be sure to let me know what you thought of this film in the comment section down below. I found Uncle Frank to be a really pleasant film. The middle section of this movie is this sweet, charming road trip movie, and bookending that is a lot of Southern family melodrama. It's enjoyable to watch because it's got 3 stellar performances from its 3 central characters, Frank, Beth, and Wally. I loved Bettany's performance. He brought so many dimensions to the character of Frank, and he beautifully conveys the many years of repression, because in New York you can see that he's confident and charming and at ease, but the closer and closer he gets to Creekville, the more you can see his insecurities rising to the surface, because his hometown is a great source of his pain. Excellent work from Bettany. It's so wonderful to see him in a leading role like this. Sophia Lillis is lovely as Beth, even if her character can be a bit one note at times, because her main characteristic is that she's unrelentlessly nice. She's just this sweet, small town girl who's kind of naive, still has a lot to learn about herself and the world, but she's just very kind and headstrong. Lillis is still wonderful, even if the script doesn't really take her anywhere particularly challenging. My favourite performance though was Macdissi as Wally. Like Frank, he too knows what it means to leave a place where you can't be yourself because of his Saudi heritage. Macdissi has a smile which lights up the room. He just exudes warmth and love. He's the type of person that I would want to be friends with in real life. He's kind of the comic relief, but he's also very much the heart of this film. Alan Ball's direction is pretty good. He keeps things moving at a decent pace, and in the first 2/3 of the film, he does a very good job of balancing tone, because he mixes feel good with pathos and sadness quite well. I loved his use of flashbacks to a young Frank and his first gay experiences. It's very homoerotic and idyllic, and it also provides great context as to Frank's pain as an adult. However, Ball's writing, particularly in the last third, isn't as polished. Frustratingly, the last act stumbles into a cliched TV movie finale. It's almost a soap opera after a dramatic will reading, and all the character development that follows after that just feels rushed through. The ending is quite saccharine, which normally I don't mind, but it doesn't really earn its schmaltzy ending. There's a feast of notable talent in minor supporting roles: Lois Smith, Steve Zahn, Judy Greer, and character actress Margo Martindale, but they're mostly set dressing for the majority of this film. They all do get their moment with Frank at the end of this film, but the problem is there's so little character interaction between these characters in the first act that by the time the third act rolls around and we're supposed to be getting the character resolution, it doesn't feel cathartic. It doesn't earn its ooey-gooey ending because it didn't put in the legwork earlier in the film. So let's ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? Like I said before, it's a perfectly pleasant watch. It's not a film that I'm going to be buying and adding to my collection. However, I could revisit this someday. Question number 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Sure, it's a story you've probably seen before in some carnation or another. Having said that, it is a very earnest film. It's got some lovely messages about acceptance, forgiveness, and compassion. Some great work from Bettany, Lillis, and Macdissi, so yeah, I would recommend it. And final question, what score do I give it out of 10? I enjoyed Uncle Frank, even if it gets a bit conventional and cliched towards its finale, so I'm going to give Uncle Frank a score of 6 out of 10. But as always, guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I want to hear from you. If you've seen Uncle Frank, be sure to let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. If you guys did like this video and want more movie and TV content, don't forget to click subscribe. Remember to hit that like button, and if you want to follow me on any social media, Twitter, Instagram, or Letterboxd, all those links in the video description down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Carefield, and I'll see you next time.